Live text access training for real-time intralingual subtitles. This is Unit 3 IT Competence. In this presentation, we will be dealing with Element 3, how to set up the working environment. In this lesson, we will talk about the importance of advising clients as part of the subtitler's job. The materials for this presentation have been created by Subti Access, an accessibility service provider from Italy. My name is Enrico Pigliacampo. I am an Italian man with a beard and short hair. I will be displayed in a box at the top right corner of each slide. The learning outcome of this presentation is that the trainee can advise clients on technical aspects concerning the provision of subtitles for persons with hearing loss. First, we will talk about the type of clients you could meet and the importance of empathy when working with them. Then we will give you some advice on how to engage and work with clients in the organization of the subtitling service. In the first section of this video lecture, we will talk about the clients. In your job, you can meet two kinds of clients: those who have never or rarely used real-time subtitles, and those who regularly use them. The first ones have needs that you need to understand in order to meet. Their needs may not be clear even to them, so they need your expertise to understand what you can do and how your service can help them. By contrast, experienced clients know exactly what they want. The problem may be that you do not have the tools to meet their demands, so you have to find a way to adjust your service and produce the expected results. To understand what the client really wants, it is important to talk to them with empathy. That is because sometimes they want something that may not be completely clear even to them or is impossible to do, so you need to find a possible alternative. But what is empathy? The Oxford Learner's Dictionary Online gives this definition: the ability to understand another person's feelings, experience, etc. Wieseke, Geigenmüller, and Krauss give us a more detailed definition on empathy. They talk about employee empathy, and their definition is useful for real-time subtitlers too. They say that employee empathy is an employee's ability to sense and react to a customer's thoughts, feelings, and experiences during a service encounter. In the second part of the presentation, we will give you some advice to understand clients' needs. In this slide, we give you some tips on how to conduct good client interviews. The inspiration for this slide comes from doing to thinking, developing the entrepreneurial mindset through scaffold assignments and self-regulated learning reflection by Lisa Bosman. We have adapted her suggestions to the job of the subtitlers. First, adopt a beginner's mindset. In this way, you will not take for granted things that may be not so clear to the client. Listen more than you talk. Ask questions and give your input when you need to clarify what the client really wants. Once you have a clear understanding of their wishes, explain to them what you can do and what is not possible. If something is not possible, try to find a different solution to satisfy their needs. Always be flexible and open to new solutions. It is also a great opportunity to improve your service. Last but not least, it is important, whenever possible, to involve the client whilst you are setting up and testing your tools. By working with a client, you will reach the desired outcome and avoid complaints later. We talk about setting up and testing the work environment in the other video lectures of Element 3. Summary. Advising clients is an important part of the subtitler's job. You have to understand the client's needs and meet them. It is also important to involve them in the setup and testing phases to obtain the best possible outcome and avoid complaints. Exercises. Watch Aida Regel Poulsen and Marcel Bobiltik's video in the Unit 3 Element 3 playlist on the LTA YouTube channel to understand the end user's point of view.
LTA Live Text Access, Universitat Autónoma de Barcelona, SDI, Internationale Hochschule, Scuola Superiore per Mediatori Linguistici, ZDF Digital, European Federation of Hard of Hearing People FHO, Velotype, Subti Access, European Certification and Qualification Association ECQA. Co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union. Erasmus Plus project 2018-1-DE01-KA203-004218. The information and views set on this presentation are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official opinion of the European Union. Neither the European Union institutions and bodies, nor any person acting on their behalf, may be held responsible for the use which may be made of the information contained here.